Hello, I want to tell you a story that happened to me a few years ago. I went to the forest for berries, and since the places were unfamiliar to me, I got lost. I came out of the forest when it was quite dark to some object near the railroad. There were four small, unremarkable houses with no lights on. I knocked on each of them, and as it turned out, all four houses were abandoned but the last one. The farthest one, unlike the others, was unlocked. I went inside, hoping to get some rest after my walk through the woods. It was warm inside, but it smelled damp, and it was obvious that no one had been inside for a long time. But everything was neat and clean. I sat on the bed and listened to the sound of water somewhere nearby. The moon appeared in the only window. It was late, so I decided to sleep in this warm place until morning. I lay down on the bed and fell fast asleep. I don't know how long I slept, but I woke up with a strong urge to go to the window. My feet ran to the window by themselves. The sound of the creak was in my ears, but even louder than before. I looked out the window and was stunned. In the light of the moon, about 30 meters from the house, right in front of the window stood the silhouette of a large creature. The noise of the water in my ears became even louder. The silhouette didn't move. It stood there silently looking at me. I don't know how long it lasted, but the creature suddenly shook its head and walked slowly and warily toward the forest. I felt wildly weak. Cold sweat ran down my body. My hands were shaking. I felt very bad. I was so tired that I reached the bed and fell unconscious. I came to my senses the next day. The sun was at its zenith. It was clearly noon, but there was no strength after sleep. On the contrary, I wanted to sleep even more. It was very disgusting and disturbing, but I gathered my strength and went out of the house. Strangely enough, I no longer heard the babbling brook. I left that unfortunate place, and though it was hard to walk, after a while I reached the highway and went home. I don't know what it was, but I think the creature hypnotized me and took some of my energy. Thoughts of death and suicide swarmed in my head for days afterward. If it was a man, he was huge, 3 meters tall, if not more.